while we were off, the first episode from Vizzy-Pop's Helluva Boss series came out. The idea of it is someone in hell who's been wrong, and these demons will then go to Earth and sort of make it right, or basically kill someone. I like Vizzy-Pop. The animation's very fluid. I've never really understood what everyone's deal is with her. It never really made a lot of sense to me. But they're always really fun, well animated, well planned out cartoons, and this is much like that. But the concept basically of them going to basically take care of someone's wrongs that they are going to take right, I thought had an extra interesting element to it, because in most horror movies, when you see the killer and they're going to like take revenge, there's sort of like a twist. You get to this point and you see like you find out that these people you thought were sort of innocent or actually awful or something. And in this show, at least with the first one, everything is sort of laid out as like text. So basically the idea that this woman who went to hell because she found out her husband was cheating on her, and she kills her husband and mortally wounds the woman he was sleeping with, and I guess kills herself or she dies. I forget which. Point is, she goes to hell and she sends them back because everyone finds her husband's girlfriend to be, she is a hero on Earth, and that really upsets her, and she wants to get her revenge. Now, I did really like the idea of this. It's like society is cynical enough that they would believe the mistress and find her to be good, even though, like, this whole thing was obviously, she was cheating on her family and she's an adulteress and things like that. But also that, clearly her actions drove someone, kind of insane and like very much hurt someone and things like that. I think it was interesting. It was an interesting way to take a horror story, because most of these things would be, and the twist is, and this is like, there's no twist. These people are awful. It's very cynical. It was a cynical way to look at it, but it's very kind of like taking all of the subtext and just making this cynical text that I thought was actually kind of fascinating. I still really like the flow of this animation. It is pretty much like professional animation on YouTube, made independently. I don't know why Helluva Boss doesn't have a deal much like Has-Been Hotel. Maybe they just want something that they control on their own. But they have this whole production line of like funny characters in hell, which I'm assuming, aren't they in the same universe? I forget. I should probably know things like that. But I just like the whole idea and the whole cynical viewpoint of it, and the whole twist on a kind of horror tale. I thought it was perfect for Halloween when it came out. It's perfect like that. I want to watch the next one. I want to see like what they're going to do with this kind of concept. It sort of just sets it up really well, which I liked. And I think you can do interesting takes on like horror tales. Like imagine like the Amityville Horror, but like what the ghosts are up to. You know what I mean? And I think that's actually really cool. You could have a lot of fun with that. So I hope we'll see, and then we also find out that the murder family is worse and even more horrible as it goes on. So the twist is more so on them. But I think you can do a lot of fun things with this concept. And I think this one set it up in a perfect way where I'm curious. Like, I'm going to watch the next Helluva Boss. And I kind of only saw it because I saw Saber watched it and he was into it, and I heard all this good stuff, and I was like, alright, maybe I'll check it out. And I think it is definitely worth a watch. I like Vizzy-Pop. I think she's doing some great stuff. And this got me just as excited. Maybe not, I don't think it's meant to be like what Has-Been Hotel is or anything like that, but as an artistic statement, I think it works really well, and it kind of sets it up almost in a kind of episode of the week kind of thing that I'm excited for. I like the kind of intro where it sets up the teacher and like her whole thing and who she was before and how this ruined her life. So I'm assuming that's going to be the structure. You get like this cold open, you find out who this person was, how they ended up in hell, how they were wronged, then you see them come in. I think you can work in a real structured show, and that can be actually really powerful. So I'm excited for more of this, and I think this show, Has-Been Hotel episode 1 started off this series in the right way. Alright, so next up,